This has to be the most wild, intricate, imaginally organized exhibit here at the Van Buren Gallery. I'd like to introduce you to Damien Sullivan, who's going to explain the wonders of his piece called The Time Machine. Damien, tell us about this.
Well, I originally thought of this, it came from a dream, and it became an obsession. I drew it first, then I realized I wanted to make a film about time travel. Originally I was going to be the star of this film, but just my work, my pieces have taken me in other directions besides film and video, and I wanted to get more tangible within my fantasy, rather than just build a film and have it like sort of half-assed. I wanted to make the objects that I would vision or group the film on.
Damien, excuse me, I have to tell you, and I have to tell the audience, you had a vision and you collected pieces. You said some of these pieces are actually from New York. What are we sitting on right now? What is
this? I don't know what this actual piece was. I found it in a garbage bin, but I had to cut it in half, elongate it to make it a square in which the legs are mounted on, in which the whole frame stands on.
And we're resting in
We're resting on, well, I call it the deck, but it's actually a metal table upside down that I found in garbage and put a floor to. There was actually no floor on it either. I got a welding degree to do this. I was funded by a rehabilitation place. They paid for it, everything. I know how to weld now. The principle behind it is a tachyon accelerator. A tachyon is a piece of element of an atom that is supposed to go faster than the speed of light. Theoretically, if you harness this that particle and put it into an accelerator, you should be able to travel through time. Now, of course, the magnets you'd need for such a small accelerator to be immense, and it's way beyond our technology. But the character I have is made some way to do it in the script. I haven't gotten the details yet, but you know, I think a film is to be a sculpture in which you grow with it and manipulate it. And a lot of ways our Hollywood is taken away from the manipulation of it and the caring that needs to be done with the film.
Mm-hmm. Just to relate our audience to the size of this, we're both in here. It's rather comfortable. We are inside, I think, a satellite dish.
The satellite dish I found from a used, it was a second-hand place, and it was all dented, and they sold it to me for like 150 bucks. And I knew what I was going to do. It just took me like a long time to put it all together. It took me actually a total of 3 years to learn how to weld, to find the materials I needed to build it, which was just like this ring we're sitting around in. This is from Chicago, found in the scrapyard, and all this other metal around is from Chicago, but everything is from 3 different states, and even the electronical pieces are from all over the country.
Tell us about the electronical pieces. Some of these pieces are actually functionally operational.
Yes, this is supposed to be a TV right here, and actually you can pull out the TV tube from the sculpture, so it'd be, and it's swiveled too, so you could actually watch the TV and have a sculpture in which you worked in was working sculpture. The other one, my keyboard sculpture, the keyboard actually does work. It just when I moved it here, it malfunctioned on me. My first sculpture moved, so I actually never had any, preparation, understanding the delicate procedures beside, moving this delicate material. But it's very educational, this whole thing.
And I believe you said when you do get to the phase of filming your movie, the legs of this craft will actually move and lift and levitate this.
I have a friend that is very much into electronical sculpture, and he can interface this computer here onto the legs and make the computer control the legs individually. So the whole thing will gyrate and move, and what a time machine should probably look like if it actually moved.
How free as an artist were you to, I guess, just create this thing on a whim, and I guess, how limited, perhaps, were you, like, structurally thinking as an engineer? There has to be, like, an operational sense to this, and there's structural sense to this. Did you ever feel confined at any time like that, as far as doing something like this?
It was a big project, and it really took my time and strength, more strength than I thought I didn't know I had, It was just a lot of time. My school was having problems with the size of it. They're giving me a little grief. Mr. Time Machine, your time is up, move it out of here, It was stuff like that, it was just all my game, because once I finished the whole frame, it was such a drain. I didn't know what I was going to do with it, I completed the wireframe, but I didn't know where I was going to go with it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. I look forward to seeing this movie. It's going to be wild by any means to think that this will actually be a time machine for an artist in the future and into the past. And I'm glad to have you here in the current